What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Out here with the Ducati today. Figured I'd go ahead and do a long-term review for the channel opener. Had the bike about a year and some change, just under 6,500 miles. Did a few modifications to it. I'll tell you about what I like, what I don't like, and yeah, see if it's a good bike for what you're looking for, and just my opinions on it. A little dirty, but don't mind that. We'll get right on this thing and talk about it. So this is my 2022 Ducati Streetfighter V4, as you can see, and like I said, I've had it about a year now, a little over. It's a freaking blast. Got about 6,400 miles on it, and make sure I'm still recording here. I've been having issues with my GoPro. About 6,400 miles and a little over a year. Done 2 oil changes on it and 1 tire, and I figured since I'm a year into it, I might as well go ahead and freaking tell you if it's a good bike or not, because there's really not a lot out there about long-term ownership. So in the year I've had it, the issues I've had with it really are nothing. I picked it up July 16th from Detroit, Michigan, and started riding it that day. Did the break-in period. I didn't follow that to a T. I rode it pretty hard during the break-in, and it's still running fine. Did the oil change, I don't know, about 800 miles. Got the service light shut off, and then kept riding it. Had no issues till 3,000 miles. Changed the oil at 3,000 miles, and here I am at 6,400. I'll be changing it here soon. I'll probably wait for the next service light. I guess according to Ducati, you can go 7,500 miles on an oil change with this thing, which is pretty insane. And the way I've been taking care of it, I've had 0 issues with the bike. Thank God. It seems that these V4s are pretty reliable. So if it's something you're concerned about reliability with the Ducati, if you're getting a V4, I wouldn't be too scared. I wouldn't shy away from looking at them just for that reason. Now, as far as a naked bike, this is my 5th motorcycle, 3rd sport bike, 2 cruisers, 2 Harleys, and I had a R6. Basically, it was a little different model, but pretty much an R6. An MT-09, Harley Davidson Breakout, Harley Davidson Road Glide, and then this. And compared to like the MT-09 and the 600, blows them out of the water. So if you're looking for that hyper naked, this is definitely no joke. I'll give you a few things I like about the bike while we're out here. Big thing is power. It's a ton of fun. Doesn't matter what speed you're going, you can just get on it, any gear, and it just goes. 2, I like the styling and the draw that it has. You don't see these bikes very often where I'm from, so it's kind of nice having a bike that nobody else has around. I'd say my 3rd thing that I like about it would probably be the comfortability. It is a little more leaned over than some of the other naked bikes, but compared to some of them super sports, for the speed and the power you get, it's super comfortable. We just did a 4-hour road trip there, 4 hours back, plus a whole day of riding. And I mean, yeah, I definitely didn't want to look at the bike when I got back, but that whole time it was a blast, and I wasn't that uncomfortable, I mean, for being a sport bike. So that's a few things that I like about it. I've got a whole list of things. I'll probably make one of those 5 things I like, 5 things I don't like, but figured I'd give a few of them while we're already out. A few things I don't like. I hate that it doesn't have a gas gauge. That gets on my nerves quite a bit because I got to reset my trip down here. And if I forget to do that right when I leave the gas station, that'll screw me up, because then I don't know how much gas I've burned. I don't like how much gas it uses as another option. This thing freaking just drinks gas. I've had the gas light come on as early as 63 miles into the trip. And the longest range I've got out of a tank was about a 92, I want to say, before the gas light came on. I guess you got about 20 more miles after the gas light comes on, but I don't really want to find out. I try to reset the trip and make sure I know how much gas I have before I go somewhere. I can usually tell, you know, 75 miles is usually when it comes on. Right now I know I got about 20 more miles before I gotta get gas. So you get used to it. It's just kind of annoying. It does get pretty hot too, especially on days like today. Earlier today it was 90 plus degrees outside here in Michigan, and the bike gets hot. So if you're from, you know, one of them southern states where it's hot all the time, something to consider is this thing is going to cook your legs. So my brother and my best friend both have a couple other Hyper Nakeds. My brother's got a Triumph Speed Triple RS 2022, and my best friend's got a 2022 Tuono V4. I've ridden both of them. I haven't ridden them both a lot, but long enough to know, you know, how they feel. Me personally, I still prefer this bike over it. I'll say the Triumph is a little more comfortable. It's got a more padded seat. The Tuono is a little more upright, a little more comfortable, a little more technology on the dash as far as 2022 goes. But I still stick with this every single time. We all switch bikes, and I'm just ready to get back on my Ducati, because this thing, I just love it so much. Definitely an awesome bike. Just had a dude roll up on me a few minutes ago. Freaking, I was down here trying to make the intro to this video. My camera cut off, unfortunately. Been having, like I said, issues with my GoPro. It won't record for extended period of times lately, it seems like. But dude rolled up when I was down there making an intro, and took some pictures of the bike for me, so I'm gonna see what it's about. He said he'll shoot them over to me, and I don't know, sound like he was doing it for free, but if they're good, I'll shoot him a few bucks and get them things from him. So that was pretty cool. We don't have a lot of that going on around here. Seems like his work's pretty good, so might be hitting him up, see if I can't do some hooligan shit. Gotta get up here and turn around anyways pretty soon. So no issues passing traffic, as you can see. She goes just fine in that aspect. See if I can't get around these fuckers. Up here and turn around in a minute. Still recording. Keep checking that thing because I don't trust this damn camera right now. It seems like every time I go out here to try and film something, it'll record for about 15 seconds and shuts off, and by the time I check it again, the whole video I already tried to record, and then I lose my motivation. I might follow this car. I ain't never been down this road. See where this takes us. Hopefully it's decent. So yeah, I highly recommend this bike if you're in the market for something like this. You obviously already know what other bikes are out there, and I'm sure you've seen plenty of stuff about them, but I don't know, when I was looking at, there really wasn't anything long-term, like how is it over the course of at least a year, what kind of issues do you run into, you know, how much does it cost to maintain all this and that. So hopefully this will help out with that. I didn't Didn't really have to maintain it other than, you know, your regular maintenance, oil changes and tires. I didn't go over the modifications yet. Like I said, I was going to. So before I do that, make sure I'm recording still. Yep, we're good. It does have MGP slip-on exhaust. It's a cheaper exhaust. I found it on YouTube on a compilation. I'm like, whoa, I like that. Ended up being one of the cheaper ones, so I guess I got lucky in that aspect. But it's an MGP slip-on, and then I've got the T800 up map. They don't make a stock map for this exhaust, so I put the Aero exhaust map on it. Seems to run pretty good with that map, but not as good as it could with a dyno tune or possibly a Brent tune. But for, I don't know, I think I'm $1,000 in as far as exhaust and tune goes. It's pretty good. I'm happy with it. And then I've got NRC turn signals up front, the ring clamp-ons, and then I've got NRC fender eliminator in the back. Nothing crazy. I know they make some other ones. There was one that I would have liked to have gotten, but it was out of stock for a long time, and I wasn't going to wait on that. I needed to get that frickin' fender off the back of this thing. So those are pretty much all the mods I got on it. Bar and mirrors, those are Amazon special. 20 bucks I think they were. I was going to get them just to see how they did, and if they fell apart I was going to get some more expensive ones, but here I am over a year into it and they're still holding on strong, so I'm not getting rid of them. Trying to go too fast on a road I don't know. Well, yeah, like I said, highly recommend this bike if you're in the market for something like this. You know what you're looking for. Like I said, I've had no issues with it in the year I've had it. I beat the hell out of this thing all the time, and she just goes. So yeah, I mean, I can't really say enough good things about it. Highly recommend if you got the money and it's something you want to get. Go for it. I don't think you're gonna have any issues, and if you do, only downside is it's gonna be expensive to fix. For whatever reason, Ducatis are expensive, and gotta pay that tax for the nice things. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much all I got for you in this first video on the channel. Definitely have some more content coming out. I'd like to get a top speed run on it just so everybody can check that out, see what it does, and then go from there. But until then, I guess we'll talk to you guys in the next one. See ya.